What's up guys, Ryan here at Treadaway Training. Have you ever lost weight only to gain it all back? I have. It's crucial that you have a plan for what to do after the diet, and by the end of this video you're going to know exactly what to do after you've nailed your fat loss goals. And make sure to hit that subscribe button to get more videos just like this. It takes a few months to lose weight, which may seem like a long time, but then you have to maintain that fat loss for 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Everyone plans out these few months of fat loss like it's their job, but they don't give a passing thought to how they're going to maintain that fat loss throughout their lifetime. Most people just go back to whatever they were doing before the diet, which is what made them overweight to start with. Consequently, they gain all the weight back. So if we can't do what we were doing before, what do we do then? The first thing we need to do is find out how many calories we need to eat to maintain our new body weight. This is yet another place where tracking your daily weigh-ins becomes important. Simply take your average daily weight loss and multiply that number by 3,500 calories, which is how many calories are in a pound of fat. And keep in mind, this is going to be a very small number. For example, if you're averaging 0.1 pounds of fat loss per day, simply take 0.1, multiply that number by 3,500 calories, and that comes out to be 350 calories. So you're in a 350 calorie per day deficit. So simply take that number and add it onto what you're currently eating. If you're eating 1,500 calories, you take 1,500, add 350 calories, so now you'll be eating 1,850 calories. If you haven't been recording your daily weigh-ins, what I would recommend you do is add 100 calories each week and keep doing that until you're no longer losing weight and you are maintaining your weight. Now keep in mind, when you add calories, your metabolism is going to speed up. I talked about metabolic adaptation in my last video, and if you want to learn more about that, you can check it out by clicking the card up there, and it's also going to be down in the description. This may put you back into a caloric deficit, meaning that you may need to add calories again, so just keep tracking your body weight, keep tracking your intake, and then see whether or not you do or don't need to add more calories. When you start adding these calories back in, I would recommend you get them primarily through low-calorie, high-volume foods, such as fibrous veggies and berries, things like that, because when we transition out of a fat loss phase for that first little bit, we are still very susceptible to hunger. So if we start adding in low satiety foods that aren't filling, that are super duper tasty, it's going to make it hard to stick to your calorie target even though you have more calories to work with. Is this making sense? If it is, type yes down in the comments, and if it isn't making sense, ask me a question and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Now here comes the part that I really want to focus on in this video. How do we stick to the plan? I mean, the plan that I laid out for you just now is fairly simple and it's straightforward, but how do we actually stick to it? It's easy to stay disciplined when you have a certain amount of fat loss that you're trying to achieve, but what about when you no longer have that goal to hold you accountable? In this situation, I would recommend you pick another goal. Find another goal to hold you accountable, just like your fat loss held you accountable. The two most common goals are building muscle, getting stronger, or both. A great idea is to pick a specific event to train for, such as a 5K, an obstacle course run, such as a Spartan sprint or a barbarian challenge, something like that. Or you could do a powerlifting meet, bodybuilding show, a recreational sports league. These give you tangible events to set your mind on, giving you a reason to stick to the habits that you've built over the course of your fat loss diet. If you have no specific goals, it's easy to let yourself slip back into your old habits and gain back all of the weight. I learned this the hard way back in 2016. I did a bodybuilding show. I prepped for 7 months and lost 30 pounds to get ready for the show. And then afterwards, I didn't have any set goals, and I gained 25 of the 30 pounds that I lost back within just a few months. I've since lost 10 of those pounds and am comfortably maintaining where I'm at now, but I would not have had to have lost those 10 pounds if I had been more careful when the diet was over. And I want to keep you from going through that same situation. Now here's the homework assignment. I want you to decide what you want your post-fat loss goal to be, and I want you to tell me what you decide down in the comments. Seriously, pause the video, decide on a fitness-related goal that you want to achieve after you've hit your fat loss, and don't put this off. One other thing that you'll need to adjust after you transition out of a fat loss phase is your protein intake. I made a video on protein and specific protein requirements, and I've linked that up in the cards and down in the description below, and that should be your next stop. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, or if you hated it, you can hit the other button too. That's cool. I'll forgive you. Also, make sure you get subscribed for more content just like that, and ring that bell so that YouTube lets you know when I post a new video. You can also check out the Treadaway Training blog, which has tons of great free information, and you can see that link down in the description as well. I'll be back next week with another fat loss topic. As always, God bless you and your family, and I'll see you next week. Throughout your diet anyway, in order to stay full. Fibrous vegetables, berries, gosh darn it.